YouTube, it's your boys Carter TV. I got a short story for y'all. This story is about a boy named Danny. Um, Danny is a gay man. Yeah, I mean, and Danny's situation is he has a best friend named Trey. Um, Trey is a straight man who likes boys on the low, which he tends to hide. So Danny and Trey are best friends. You feel me? They are best friends. They've been best friends since middle school. Danny has always been feminine. He has always been, on the gay side. I don't really know how much to explain that. Um, their situation started in high school where they had one good drunk night at a party. They walked home because they lived close to each other. Um, Danny's parents was out of town, so Trey crashed at his crib, and he was mostly the drunk one. And he was making moves on Danny. And Danny was telling him, like, chill, this ain't true, bro. Like, we best friends. This can't happen, this and that and the third. But Trey was drunk and persistent. He went with it, and they ended up having sex. And Trey woke up the next morning as if he didn't know what was going on. He spazzed. They stopped talking for like a good 2 months. And then 2 months later, it was an altercation where Danny was into it with some guys because he was gay. He was into it with some guys, and they was picking on him because he was gay. And what happened was the guy was like really messing with him and tried to really harm Danny. And Danny, defended himself and beat the dude up. And then his guys' friends was around, so they tried to jump him. Trey seen what was going on. Like, he observed who the person was. He's like, that's Danny over there. Him and another girl, and all that. And then so they went over there. Trey jumped in, and him and Danny was fighting the guys off. So the guys ended up running away when him and Danny made up as friends and shit. And what happened was they rekindled. They talked about the situation, and they became cool again. Little did Danny know, right, that the girl Trey was dating was a transgendered woman. She looked like a full-blown woman in the face. She had breasts. She just still had a man part, which Trey didn't know nothing about. Danny knew. So Danny approached the girl, was like, yo, you trans? And she was like, no, like on the defensive side, because he kind of said it and Trey was around and she didn't want Trey to know and everything. So what happened was Trey came over to the conversation and he was like, she like diverted him away. The girl diverted Trey away and Danny knew what's up. So after that, the girl and Trey eventually had sex. They had sex. The girl still kept it a secret, which some niggas be dumb and oblivious to the situation because they think they getting something good. They had sex in the dark. Trey still ain't noticed, so the day went on, the night went on, whatever. A week later, he told Danny, and Danny was like, yo, shorty, you're trans? He's like, what? He's like, yeah, she a transgender woman, bro. Full blown. He was like, nah. And then Danny asked him, yo, y'all had sex? And he was like, yeah. He was like, she ain't actually eat it? He was like, no. Did you hit it from the back? Yeah. Was the lights off? Yeah. So he gave him a look like, nigga, wake up. So Trey was like catching on. He was like, nah. She always want to sock you off and then automatically bend over right when it happened. He was like, yeah. He was like, oh. So Danny, he throws something out there like, how you not know this? Like, we did it, bro. Like, and he was like, that's different. I knew you wasn't mad. I just didn't know she was. So Danny asked him, was like, are you like in the closet or something? He's like, no, I just ain't know, bro. Like, me and you was a mistake. Danny was like, sure it was. So after that, he talked about it. He ended up breaking up with the girl, confronting her. She was still in denial about it. And he just eventually left the girl alone. So that was two accounts where Trey had sex with the same sex, transgender. I still say it's the same sex because she still had a man parts, whatever. So time went on. Trey was in relationships with actual women around this time, but people was low key telling Danny like he was also sleeping with men, which Danny didn't believe it, because Trey got real defensive. So time went on. Him and Danny got close again. Trey and Danny got close again. They was buddies. They was on some chill shit. They was like peanut butter and jelly. You feel me? They graduated high school. They went to two different colleges. Time went on. They both graduated with their bachelor's. Danny went back to get his master's. And so forth and so forth. They always hung out and everything. And as the more they hung out, the more Danny caught feelings for Trey. And he confessed it to him, was like, yo, since we've been, cooling and chilling and talking about each other's problems, like, I really got feelings for you, bro. You like my best friend. Like, I could see you as my lover and everything. And he was just like, yo, Danny was like, yo, I'm not that way. I know we had a one night, but that's as far as it go, bro. Like, I ain't into dudes. Like, I ain't into dudes. He's like, you sure, bro? Because I was the only one you had an encounter with a trans. And, like, I'm hearing other stories that you into men, too, on the low. He was like, that's bullshit. That's a lie, da. So, after that, Danny started seeing Trey hanging with more other men. He got jealous, confronted him. They had like a little confrontation. The other dude he was with was like, yo, chill with all that, bro. We ain't doing that. The other dude was gay. And Danny knew that. So Danny was kind of skeptical, like, why you hanging with this nigga if you don't play for that team? Like, he's into what I'm into. He's like, we just cool. Like, I'm cool with you. We cool. We ball together. You feel me? We play ball. He was like, y'all play ball. You gotta play ball. He's like, yo, bro, we play ball. What's your issue? He's like, because I'm trying to understand, like, you hanging with a lot of dudes who are gay, and I'm your best friend. I'm gay, and you had a problem with me. He's like, I ain't have a problem with you. It's just, I didn't swing that way, bro. Like, I ain't swing it. Like, it's just, it is what it is. After all of that, Danny found out Trey was actually sleeping with this man, having sex with this man. And it was a video out with Trey having sex with a man. And in the video, Trey had on a mask. But Danny knew he had certain tattoos on his body. So when the video was out, Danny saw it, was like, wow. So on the post of the video, it was like sleeping with a DL man and some shit like that. And Danny was just like, what the fuck? So Danny didn't say nothing, but the video got out around their friends and their inner circle. And Danny confronted him, was like, yo, what's this about, bro? Like, he was like, I just don't know what to say. It is what it is. Like, kind of find out the man had HIV positive. He didn't tell Trey. Somebody else told Danny. Trey got sick. And he was very, very sick. And Danny knew what's up. And Danny was like, yo, did you know he was HIV positive? And Trey was like, I didn't know. He didn't tell me. And the guy disappeared on him. And, a few months later, Trey lost his life. Trey lost his life and everything. Because he was sick. He didn't, take care of it in time. He found out about it late. The dude who had it, he knew he had it. He just ain't tell him. You know what I mean? And then he lost his best friend. Story. It's crazy. But moral of the story, be careful who you got sex with, you know what I mean? Be true to who you is, man. I mean, if you like men, you like men. You like women, you like women. You know what I mean? Be true, don't hide who you are. It's a cold world out here. It's your boy Carter TV, man. I'm out.